Dr. Jake Berman here of the Berman Method, where we specialize in helping golfers age 60 and above hit the ball farther, especially off the tee, baby, because we believe that you should be able to golf as long as you want, not until your body breaks down on you. Today what I want to go over is my top 5 core exercises for golf to help out the golf game, because we've got 2 most important muscles in the whole entire body for generating power in the golf swing. Actually, it's a group of muscles. 1 is your core, and 2 is your glute. If you're a righty, it's your right glute. If you're a lefty, it's your left glute. So let's talk about number 1. Before you can work out your core, you have to be able to find it. You got to be able to feel it. Just because you do crunches and you do some other type of core exercises doesn't mean that you're working your core. So the first thing that we want to do is find it. So we're going to go back to the 2-finger drill. I've used this one before. 1 finger goes into the belly button, 1 finger goes into the chest. Pull that belly button in, so you're drawing that belly button into the spine, and keep breathing. As you hold that in, just try to raise the chest up just a little bit and hold that there. Now, as you keep pulling that belly button in and you're still breathing, make sure your weight is not on your heels. Come into the middle of the foot, and then take your fingers and make claws. And then put them right here into the sides of your stomach here. And now I want you to try to really feel these muscles activated here. If you can't feel it and it's really like squishy and spongy in here, I'm not talking about fat. You know, some of us have some extra layers on the stomach here. I'm not talking about that. You should be able to feel muscles beneath the extra layer that we got. Okay, what we want to do is make this noise. Try it at home. And you should feel these guys kick in. So it's a loud humming noise. And you should feel these things kick in. If you can't feel it there, try laughing. So try that at home. I'm serious. You might be laughing, but it will help you fire up these oblique muscles, the side muscles, not the rectus. So I want you to feel these oblique muscles, because these are the important ones for the golf swing, not the rectus. The rectus moves you up and down. That's not, the golf swing is not up and down. It rotates. So we want the rotating core muscles. So that's number 1. Just see if you can find it. Because if you can't find it, numbers 2, 3, 4, and 5, they're irrelevant, because you're not going to be using the right muscles. So spend a lot of time doing this throughout your day. Whenever you're standing in line at the grocery store, brushing your teeth, standing at happy hour, just think about feeling these muscles. Think about drawing that belly button in and keeping the chest up and feeling these muscles working here as you're breathing. You've got to breathe. You cannot hold your breath. Okay, number 2. Go ahead and back up and we'll go to this one next. We got a band here. The band is attached higher, all right? So I've already tried to find these muscles. I did find them, so let's keep them activated. And I'm just gonna come from here, down, here, down. So it's a crossing motion. My hips are gonna stay pretty stable, so there's not a whole lot of turning here, because I want the motion to come from here. So I'm keeping my hands right out in front of my chest, meaning I'm not moving my hands away from my chest. My hands, chest, and shoulders are all moving together, keeping everything rotating in this diagonal motion here, right? You want to shoot for at least 20 on each side, right? And I'm thinking about these muscles right in here doing the motion. It's kind of like if you're laying on your back doing oblique crunches. That's what it's going to feel like. So that's number 2. Number 3. I hope you have a police baton to get whacked over the head with. If you don't have one of these, you can do a similar thing with just the grip there, okay? Now, this is gonna be different. I'm doing it backwards here. So this would be for a lefty, a left-handed golfer. We got this attached at the floor again. Got this here. Hands are gonna be out in front of you. I'm gonna stretch this thing out a little bit, and I'm gonna go down, and then I'm gonna thrust up. Down, thrust up, down, thrust up, down, thrust up. So that's gonna help with left-handed golfers, then you just do the same thing with right-handed golfers. Down, thrust up. Down, thrust up. Now, as you're doing this, you've got to make sure you're feeling the right muscles working. You should be feeling this working, and you should be feeling the leg closest to the wall driving you with that rotation. Remember, we're not using the arms to do this. This is core and glutes. So arms are straight. This stick stays right in front of my chest the whole time, and I'm gonna drive up, still right in front of my chest. This is tight, so I'm not arching my back, keeping that tight. Down, down. You want to do it on both sides, whether you're a righty or a lefty, right? So we want to use the muscles on both sides. That's number 3. Number 4, the wood chopper. You want to do it on this wall? That's a better wall.
Yep.
The wood chopper. So I'm in a golf stance. My butt is against the wall. I'm not leaning on it. It's just barely touching it. And we're going to go up and down. Up and down. And then you're going to go faster. As you do this, the same thing is true with all of these exercises. Make sure you feel the muscles working. It is very easy with this exercise and all of them to make your back muscles work and not your core muscles. Pull that belly button in, keep the chest up, down, up, down. Then you do the exact opposite. Up, down, up, down. Keep that belly button pulled in tight. Make sure you're breathing, and you just go back and forth. I like to do 10 on each side so I don't get dizzy. Once you get better at it, just keep your focus straight where the ball would be, right? And then we're just rotating the ball, this big ball, across our body as we're keeping our head still. Then the opposite. 10 each side. Now the last one, number 5. This is when we start to have a little bit of fun. Make sure you're in an area that you're not going to get yelled at by a significant other or break something. Take your ball. You're going to go down into a nice athletic position, and then you're going to throw it back. Throw the ball at the wall. Make sure you're not throwing it with your arms. I can do this with my arms. That is not working your core. You want to think about throwing the ball by rotating this. This is throwing the ball. So I can do this. It's physically impossible for me to be throwing it with my arms because I got them glued to my body. Right? Right? So that's one way that you can make sure that you're not just throwing it with your arms, is take your arms, glue your elbows to your sides, and just keep your hands right here. All right? Then you do the same thing the opposite way. Those are my top 5. I love those for core exercises. The number one most important thing though is you've got to feel the muscles. You can do every single thing that I just went over using the wrong muscles. So if you're not feeling these muscles, you're using the wrong muscles. Really focus on what you're feeling. Check us out on the website, bermanpt.com/golf. For more information, search on YouTube. For more golf-related information, subscribe to this channel. We'll be sending out new, fresh ideas every week. Until next time, have a great day.